out to Mike Tag. Keep bringing the hype to the Cowboys Nation. We love and appreciate it. Now, can you dig it? Let's get it.
What is up, man? Just did a quick intro, but what a great evening. What a great week. We've had beautiful show on Monday, beautiful show on Thursday. Kelly K9 and I had Stefan Page in talking a little bit about the Chiefs, a little bit about his career, a little Super Bowl preview. Those who don't know, Stefan Page was a great receiver for the Chiefs. Actually set a NFL record 309 yards in one game, only on 8 receptions, going for like 40 yards a clip. So it was good having him on. Man, the energy matched mine and Kelly. So we definitely going to get him back on to talk some football. He had his thoughts, obviously, on Dak Prescott too. So it was a lot of fun. So if you guys haven't subscribed, if you guys haven't joined the train, man, what are you waiting for? Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Spread the word. Share the knowledge and the news to Cowboys Nation, because we're going to continue to bring it. But to top it off, the cherry on top for the week is getting Demarcus Ware and Chuck Howley nominated and enshrined into the Hall of Fame. It's going to be a great time up in Canton. I'm thinking about maybe making the trip. That's been on my bucket list. I missed Emmett Smith, missed the triplets. That was always something I wanted to do. So I've never been to the Hall of Fame. So what better reason to go than see two Cowboys getting nominated? And Demarcus Ware, what a great career. He was, in my era, so I got to see him play a lot. He was just so dominant. I remember the game. I went to Pittsburgh. We lost. It was one of those Romo games where we were winning the whole game and we found a way to lose. But Demarcus Ware just absolutely dominated that game and took care of Ben Roethlisberger. I still have that 16-by-20 picture he signed, him taking down Roethlisberger. So me being at the game made it even more special. So, just a great career. Some say unfortunate he finished it in Denver. Denver's going to try and claim him as their Hall of Famer. He's only played there 3 years, was hurt really one, but got his Super Bowl championship. So as a fan of Demarcus Ware, much rather have seen that championship in Dallas, but I'm happy to see him get a ring. It's well deserved, and what a great career, and really even a better person. But if they're going to try and claim Ware, we're going to claim Zach Thomas, who got in. So he did play a year in Dallas to finish up his career, but he was another one, another guy well deserving of getting into the Hall of Fame. So with D Ware, his career, his accomplishments, I would have thought he was a first ballot. I would have thought he got in last year. I'm glad he didn't have to wait so long, like the other man had to do, and that's talking about Chuck Howley. But last thing on Ware, that 2007 season, 13-3, that was our shot to get to the Super Bowl. And if you watch one of our earlier broadcasts, I even did a clip on where Brad Johnson, who was the backup quarterback finishing up his career, he kind of talked about that season and just how, magical he said it was. And then to come up short was obviously, really, really disappointing. So, but glad he got in. Had a great career, 100 plus sacks, multiple 9 Pro Bowls, I think, 4 or 5 All Pros. I mean, he's checked every box all decade. So no person more deserving, and glad he got in on the second year. Didn't have to wait too long. As my man, I was getting ready to talk about Chuck Howley. A lot of us weren't born. We didn't see Chuck Howley play, but if you know your history of the Cowboys, he was a dominant linebacker for this team in the late 50s into the 70s. He was in the Ice Bowl. He's the only player to win a Super Bowl MVP on the losing team, and did that when the Cowboys went up against the Colts and lost a heartbreaker in their first Super Bowl appearance. But then obviously they rebounded, slapped the Dolphins around a little bit. Defense took it over, and he got his Super Bowl ring. If the Cowboys were always considered next year's champions, going into the late 50s, into the 60s, and so on. So it was really good to see them finally, get over the hump. Obviously, I didn't see it, but to read about it and watch it, and hear the stories of them finally getting over the hump and winning that Super Bowl. So just a great career, and it's always sad when you see some of these guys that been waiting to get in for so long, and a lot of, hey, this means a lot to players. I mean, it would mean a lot to me if I got inducted in the Hall of Fame where I work or something like that. I mean, any of us want to get acknowledged for the work and the dedication that these guys have done lifelong since they were kids. So to see Chuck Howley get in at the later stages of his life, not able to be there to enjoy it, that moment with his teammates and new teammates in the Hall of Fame. That's a part that's, it's always disappointing, but just a great career. Fortunate. These two are well represented in the Cowboys cave. I'm in the mini cave, but we step on over to the big cave. You will see plenty of Demarcus Ware, and you'll see plenty of Chuck Howley. Just two great guys, two great Cowboys legends, and so happy they got in. Which, on the Hall of Fame side brings me to my man, Darren Woodson, who did not get in. I thought this was going to be a tough year for him because I felt Ware was going to get in. I felt Howley was going to get in on the veteran side. So them putting three Cowboys in, you guys know that ain't going to happen. So, Darren Woodson has been he deserves it. I mean, three-time Pro Bowl, was integral part of those Super Bowl teams, especially, the second and the third one. And all-time tackling leader. I mean, just one of the best people that you'd ever meet, one of the ambassadors of the Dallas Cowboys. So he's got to get in. Seeing Rondé Barber get in, he deserved it, but it's like, well, I mean, let's put it together. I know one's a cornerback and one's a safety, but look at their numbers and their accolades, and I would think that Woodson would have got in ahead of him. But like I said, they're not going to throw a bunch of Cowboys in 1 year. So I'm hoping he gets in next year. The problem that you run into with the Hall of Fame is you just start getting more classes coming in and more coming in and more coming in. And you're going to get some big heavy hitters like Peyton Manning and some of these other guys that are going to be due to come in. So hopefully they get Woody in soon. He's well deserving of it. And that leads you to, what other Cowboys in the 90s, they're talking about it. And it's like, well, of that 3 Super Bowl run, I'm just thinking off the top of my head, of course, the triplets, Charles Haley, talk about Larry Allen. But Larry Allen, if you think about it, he was on, 94, 95. So he wasn't 91, 92. So the group that was there for all three, obviously Woody, Eric Williams to me, he was the most dominant offensive lineman that I saw. I've never seen a person be able to handle Reggie White consistently, and he was nasty. And it was really unfortunate with a car accident that kind of shortened his career, and kind of took a little of that pop away from him. But he still had a very strong career. They put Tony Baselli in, maybe Eric Williams is a guy that should be considered to be in the Hall of Fame. Other outside guys, and it's just positional thing, is like Daryl Johnston. He was the fullback, so his numbers aren't huge, but they created the fullback Pro Bowl position really to recognize guys like Daryl Johnston. So you look at his career. That's a long shot. I know that probably won't happen, but he's just another guy who was so important to that team of the 90s. He should get some consideration. Bill Bates is another guy, longtime Cowboy, special teams ace. So you see maybe some of these special teams guys, start to get acknowledged, like Devin Hester. I was surprised that he didn't get in from the U, of course. But it's going to be interesting because it's a log jam, and you got Andre Johnson, you got Reggie Wayne, Devin Hester, all those guys from you that are still waiting to get in, and you're going to just get more and more flooded. So give me your thoughts. Is there any other Cowboys we're missing of the team of the 90s that need to be represented into that Hall of Fame? And then lastly, just talking about NFL Man of the Year with Dak Prescott. All the crap this guy's taken, all the heat this guy's taken, really unnecessary. He didn't have a great year. Turnovers, we can go all, we can all talk about it. We do it on all our shows, and we try and stay away from the ESPNs, the NFL networks, because they can't get enough of it. But you can never question the man. And his story is just like, no story that you've heard, losing his mother, losing his brother, all the trials and tribulations that he went through growing up. For him to be the kind of man he is just a testament to his upbringing, his mother, the influence that she's had, and obviously his father and his family. So him getting this award, the fourth Cowboy to get the award. Staubach, Aikman, Witten, and now Dak Prescott. Not bad company. And you know how important this award is to the NFL because they give it as their grand finale. I mean, typically it'd be the NFL MVP, you would think would be the last one on NFL honors, but they think a lot of this award, Walter Payton Award. I mean, you couldn't, name it after a better person. So it's a big honor. I mean, it takes a little bit of the sting. Now, the Cowboys took this show over. I mean, they took NFL honors over. Now, we don't want to do that. We want to be in the Super Bowl. We want to take that over. But it was good to see, these guys getting recognized, especially in the Hall of Fame, these former Cowboys. But it was Dak Prescott, for all the crap he's kind of been through and dragged through the mud through the media. It's good to see something positive come out. And hopefully, like I said, new offense. We get into this all the time. New offensive coordinator, McCarthy being able to do his thing. Hopefully this is going to kind of get the Cowboys over the hump. They're right there. So we talk about it all the time. Monday's show is live. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Monday's show is always live. Thursdays, we always do a live show. Mix it in like this during the week, so you never want to miss nothing. And we definitely want your comments. We want you guys, if there's anything that we're not talking about that you guys want us to hit on, let us know. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, share it with Cowboys Nate. Your boy's going to be bringing that hype. We got former NFL players always on. Check out the Stephon Page interview we did last night. That was awesome. We had Brad Johnson on. We've had Charlie Waters on. We've had Larry Cole on. And we've had a ton. Rod Martin back in the day. He was one of the early ones that come on. Rick Upchurch. We've had great guys that kind of paved the way to the NFL. So if you just want to hear some stories, some old school NFL stories about the way it was and how some of these guys paved the way. Doug Cosby, another one. I don't want to leave anyone out. Tommy Davis, a great interview with Tommy Davis talking about Super Bowl III with Joe Namath. He had some funny stories, a great character. So definitely hit that like, hit the subscribe, go back and check out some of our interviews. It's on the playlist, and we appreciate everything. We are just getting this party started. So you guys have a great day, great weekend, and hopefully, like I said, I'll be the hater. I want the Chiefs to win. I want the Chiefs to dominate. I don't want to hear nothing about no Eagle fans. I want to be able to laugh at them the way they laugh at us sometimes. So anyway, have a good one. We will see you guys live on Monday unless I pop in over the weekend. Maybe get bored. So I'll see you guys. You guys take care. Peace.